Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a reality about off-grid power systems that is honestly going to fundamentally change how you design and manage energy storage. We're looking closely at deep discharge battery damage. If you spend any time designing, building, or maintaining solar battery systems, you already know that keeping your batteries healthy is literally the name of the game. But what actually kills a battery in an off-grid system? Most people think it's just about how low you drain the capacity, right? Like a simple percentage game, but actually scratch that. The real mechanics of battery failure are completely different. They're heavily disguised and they are happening right under our noses.
Okay, let's dive into this, because this right here is the paradigm shift. Let me read this exactly as it's stated. You are not killing your battery when it reaches low voltage. You are killing it when voltage collapses under load. No way, right? This completely shatters the common misconceptions we have about battery depletion. We all tend to view our battery monitors like the fuel gauge in a car. It goes down smoothly until it hits empty, and you just shouldn't let it hit empty. Simple. But electricity doesn't behave like a static tank of liquid. The true damage isn't happening just because the battery reached a low resting voltage. The destruction is actually occurring dynamically right when the voltage physically caves in while the system is actively trying to power a heavy load.
Section 1. The deep discharge myth. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is this stark contrast between what we're taught and what is actually happening electrically. You see these basic warnings all the time, right? Don't go below 50% depth of discharge for lead acid, or lithium iron phosphate is completely safe to take down to 80 or 90%. Well, those are just surface-level, oversimplified rules of thumb. They completely ignore the missed reality, real-time voltage sag under load, and the ultimate root cause of it all, internal resistance. These simple percentage rules don't distinguish between a battery just resting quietly at 20% capacity and a battery at 20% capacity that is suddenly hit with a massive current draw. And it's in that second scenario where the true state of health damage is really going down.
Section 2. Unmasking internal resistance.
Let's define exactly what happens when that battery goes to work. This is voltage sag, the drop in voltage that occurs as current flows caused by a battery's internal resistance under load. Listen closely to this, because it's absolutely crucial. A battery's voltage is never fixed. The moment a load is applied, the voltage physically drops. When a battery is just sitting there fully charged with no load, sure, it looks perfect. But an electrical system isn't some theoretical textbook model. It's a living, breathing circuit. When you flip on an appliance, you are forcing current to flow, and as that current flows out, it literally has to fight its way through the battery's own internal resistance. And this brilliantly illustrates the exact mathematical reality of that fight. It's actually beautifully simple. Your usable terminal voltage equals your resting open circuit voltage, minus the load current multiplied by the internal resistance. It's just simple Ohm's law, where voltage drop equals current times resistance. Think of it this way. Every single amp you pull through that internal resistance acts like a hidden tax on your voltage. So as your current increases, your usable voltage strictly, mathematically, decreases.
Section 3. The voltage sag loop.
Here is where deep discharge becomes downright dangerous. You see, a battery discharging over time isn't just a static snapshot. It's a dangerous escalation. As a battery discharges, its internal resistance doesn't just stay the same, it increases. So as you get deeper into the battery's capacity, that voltage sag we just talked about becomes stronger and stronger. But remember the core power relationship. Power equals voltage times current. Your inverter, whether it's running your house or your RV, doesn't care about your battery's internal chemistry. It just wants to maintain the power demand for whatever appliances you have running. If the power demand stays the same, but the voltage is sagging lower and lower, well, the inverter has only one option. It absolutely must pull higher current. Let's move to and see how this builds into a dynamic doom loop right inside your system. Step 1. Because of the heavy load and increasing internal resistance in a deeply discharged battery, the voltage drops. Step 2. To compensate for that lower voltage and maintain the exact same wattage, the inverter's current draw actively increases. Step 3. That increased current flowing through the internal resistance mathematically causes an even more severe voltage drop. It's wild! Lower voltage leads to higher current, which leads to more voltage drop, which leads to even higher current. This feedback cycle accelerates rapidly, completely shrinking your usable capacity until the whole system just collapses.
Section 4. Inverters and silent damage.
Now, this isn't just a minor inconvenience where your lights turn off a bit early. This loop is actively destroying your hardware. When that doom loop accelerates, the voltage sags so incredibly hard that it hits the inverter's low voltage cutoff threshold. The inverter does its job, right? It shuts down to protect the system. But the actual second the inverter shuts off, that massive load is removed.
So what happens next? Without the load, the current drops to zero, the internal resistance is no longer causing a voltage drop, and the battery's surface voltage artificially recovers. It just bounces right back up. The inverter sees this healthy-looking voltage, thinks, oh, everything is fine, and reconnects the load. Immediately, that heavy current hits the high internal resistance again, the voltage sags violently back down, and the inverter shuts off, over and over. This rapid connect and disconnect cycle puts immense, brutal mechanical and chemical stress on your entire system.
During this silent, rapid cycling, profound physical damage is happening. And we aren't just talking about theory here. When a battery is repeatedly pushed into this deep discharge sag cycle, lead-acid plates experience increased sulfation. Lithium cells, they experience deeper structural strain and stress per cycle. And remember that resistance we keep talking about? Pushing massive current through high internal resistance generates real heat, specifically I²R power losses. This heat builds up right in the battery terminals and the internal plates. Over time, as you repeatedly abuse the battery management system or those inverter cutoffs, the battery's ability to recover its voltage becomes slower and weaker. Even if you quote-unquote charge it back up to 100%, the battery has been permanently electrically altered. Its cycle life is essentially slashed.
Section 5. Redefining battery health.
So the crucial point is this. Instability is what kills batteries, not just low percentage. A false battery dead reading on your monitor, yeah, that's usually just a symptom of severe voltage sag, not an actually empty battery. Most battery failures in solar systems aren't from too much usage over the years, they are from the silent, unseen destruction caused by unstable voltage under load. If you're designing your system only around resting voltage charts and basic depth of discharge percentages, you're entirely missing the invisible mechanics that are actually dictating your system's lifespan.
Which means I want to leave you with a fundamental mindset shift. Stop asking, how low can I discharge my battery? Look at your system, look at the loads you apply to it on a daily basis, and ask yourself this single vital question instead. How stable is my voltage under real load? Because understanding and mitigating that voltage sag, that is the absolute key to true long-term off-grid energy reliability. Keep that question in mind the next time you hear your inverter kick on.